Welcome. This is Becoming Aligned, a space where I share what I've learned and what I'm still learning on my own healing journey, in hopes it supports you on yours. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and move at your own pace. There are moments in your everyday life when you notice a quiet tightening inside, a sense that you need to be ready, that you need to anticipate what is coming next. Your mind may scan ahead, rehearsing conversations, preparing responses, staying alert for what might go wrong. You might notice how quickly you second-guess yourself, how often you replay moments after they pass, wondering if you said too much, too little, or the wrong thing. There can be an internal pressure to respond correctly, to get it right the first time, to avoid regret or disappointment. Sometimes this shows up as urgency in the body, a held breath, a subtle bracing in your shoulders or jaw, a feeling of being slightly ahead of the present moment, even when nothing urgent is happening. You may notice a tendency to abandon your own pacing, to override your body's signals in order to keep up, to stay agreeable, to stay safe. In these moments, it can feel easier to react quickly than to pause and check in with yourself. And underneath all of this, there is often a quiet question running in the background. Can I trust myself when something unexpected happens? Will I know what to do? If you recognize yourself here, there is nothing wrong with you. These patterns did not appear randomly. They formed during times when staying alert mattered, when reading the room mattered, when being prepared, responsive, or adaptable helped you navigate uncertainty. At some point, your system learned that quick thinking and self-monitoring were protective, that staying a step ahead could reduce risk, that trusting yourself meant staying vigilant. This was not a flaw, it was wisdom shaped by experience. Your nervous system did the best it could with the information it had, and it carried you through moments when you needed that kind of awareness. Now, as life unfolds differently, those same patterns may linger, even when the original threat is no longer present. Not because you are broken, but because your system learned slowly, carefully, and with care. So nothing here needs to be judged or pushed away. Nothing needs to be corrected. You are allowed to meet this with kindness. And from this place of compassion, you are gently introduced to an invitation. You can let the words arrive softly. You don't need to force them to feel true. You are simply letting them be heard. I trust myself to respond wisely as moments arrive. Take a pause here. Let the words settle without effort. I trust myself to respond wisely as moments arrive. There is no rush for this to become belief. It can simply be a possibility, a direction your system can begin to orient toward. This affirmation works not by convincing your mind, but by offering your body a sense of safety. It speaks to the part of you that learned it had to stay on guard. It gently reminds that part that you are here now. When you repeat these words, you are not asking yourself to predict the future. You are not asking yourself to perform. You are acknowledging that wisdom can emerge in real time, without pressure. Your system begins to feel that it doesn't have to pre-solve every moment. That presence can be enough. That you are allowed to meet life as it comes, one breath at a time. Over time, this creates a subtle softening, a loosening of the need to stay ahead, a quiet reassurance that you can stay with yourself even when things are uncertain. To support this affirmation, you can invite your body into the experience gently. You might begin by noticing your breath as it is right now, not changing it, just noticing where it moves. If it feels available, you can allow a slightly longer exhale, as if you were giving your system permission to settle just a little. You may place a hand on your chest or your abdomen. Let the contact be steady and kind. Not to calm yourself, but to stay connected. Notice the warmth of your hand, the simple fact of being here, in this moment. You might also orient to your surroundings. Let your eyes softly notice what is around you. Colors, shapes, light. Allow your body to register that you are not alone in space, that there is support beneath you, air around you. If it feels right, you can quietly return to the words again. I trust myself to respond wisely as moments arrive. You don't need to say it perfectly. You don't need to feel certain. The practice is simply staying present while the words pass through you. You can also notice any impulse to rush or evaluate. And instead of correcting it, you can acknowledge it gently. Something in me wants to hurry, and you let that be okay. This is how safety builds. Not through control, but through relationship. As you move through your day, this affirmation can be a companion rather than a task. It can be there while you color, while your hands move slowly across the page. It can be there while you journal. While thoughts arrive and pass without needing immediate answers, it can be there in moments of pause. When you feel pressure to decide quickly, when you notice the urge to get ahead of yourself. In those moments, you are allowed to slow down. You are allowed to feel your feet on the ground. You are allowed to remember that wisdom does not require urgency. You trust yourself, not because you always know the answer in advance, but because you can stay with yourself as life unfolds. And that trust grows quietly, in presence, in compassion, in the steady rhythm of meeting each moment as it arrives. These words are part of something still unfolding, meant to be experienced beyond listening when the time is right. Just a reminder, this content is for educational and reflective purposes only, and is not a substitute for medical or mental health care. I'm not a medical professional, just a human sharing what has helped me, in hopes it may help you, too. If this video resonated with you, you're welcome to like, comment, subscribe, or share it with someone who may benefit.